What is going on, you guys? Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be installing the Pureperformance Titanium Exhaust and the Inventory cold air intake, along with the Solar Performance 91mm throttle bodies, which I already did install because I did need to remove the air box. So what Inventory includes in the box is the brackets, the hoses, the clamps, the seal, and there should be, well, this is the actual intake. Pretty badass looking. I can't wait to open it up. Actually, it's exposed carbon fiber with a red strip, and it says Inventory on it. Once all the bolts are removed from this cover, the OEM intake will be exposed. Then what you want to do is remove these 10mm bolts from here and from here. Once you do that, you just slide out very easily. And now comes the fun part, removing the actual air box. Well, it's going to be secured by total of four of these star-shaped bolts, which are really annoying. Two of which are going to be right there, and two of the other ones are going to be hidden behind right there. They're going to be hidden behind right there. So before you remove the air box, make sure you unplug the ambient temperature sensor, and also loosen up these clamps and unplug the antenna. There's going to be another piece right here hanging. Make sure you unplug it. It's easier for me to do right now because I already removed this box, but if you never removed it, you're going to have a lot of clamps right here. Remove this part right here, the plugs for the MAF sensors, I believe they are, which you would also need to swap over to the inventories. And make sure you don't break the wires. I've seen people just kind of jerk it out and then they end up ripping the wires off these MAF sensors. So just be very patient. You're gonna get it out. All right, time to assemble this bracket. It's very straightforward, honestly. Just take this antenna that you took off your OEM air box. Make sure you put it to where the inventory is facing towards you, but however the antenna is facing towards here, so the plug is right here. And put it on the opposite side of this inventory logo. Then you gotta assemble these heat shields to this bracket. Very straightforward. Just kind of copy and paste how I did it, and you should be done with the bracket itself. The first bracket, which is this tiny bracket, so that V logo should be pointing down, and then you got these I think they're 10mm bolts that go into the transmission, the little mounts right here. So it kind of just looks like this. And then the bigger bracket goes in the back here. You're going to see mounts for it. Just run up the bolt through here, and then you're going to have a hole on top. Inventory was kind enough to make it easier for you guys. Just put an Allen wrench in there and just kind of like tighten it all up, and then get all the harnesses, everything secured to this bracket. This part right here goes into this hole, and then the antenna in the back there, the connector's right here. Make sure you plug in the connector. It's a little bit tight fit in there before you install the intake. Now when you have done all of this, the next step would be to remove these OEM, I don't know what you want to call them, housings, and then we're going to install the housings provided by Inventory, which will be these ones, and then this will go over here. So basically, yeah, kind of something like this, but it will look nicer here in a second. Now when you're installing these brackets, I feel like when you install them, you have like some of this material sticking up, like right here, for example. You see this? Not sure what that is all about. Maybe grind it off a little bit. Just gonna grind it off. Make sure you get every single cubic inch of air you can get into your intake. I'm sure it plays a big role in your performance overall. I mean, this was meant for stock. This isn't stock, this is aftermarket. This mod is well worth it. So you want to make sure it's going to be well worth it while you're at it, doing already this job. Just kind of grind it off a little bit, up to where the foam is at, and just install it. That's how it goes, right here. Yeah, just like that. And then just reuse the hardware that you know, you have when you remove the OEM little whatever they're called, air ducts, whatever. So yeah, basically straightforward. Installing the inventory intake next, plug it up, secure it with the hose clamps. Lastly but not least, I actually forgot this part when I was putting back the original air box in. This is very important. Your fans are going to be working, and if they're working, you probably did something incorrect, and most likely forgot to connect the ambient temperature sensor. So just gonna click it in here, and that's it. Really, just put in the plug. There you go, secured. And then this end goes right here, like that. There we go. Now it's time to put the inventory carbon fiber intake inside, secured, and that's it. I got everything hooked up, all the silicone gaskets, everything secured. There's the inventory intake, and it looks beautiful, but I want it to look beautiful through here, so we're gonna cut up this carpet. With everything secured and looking nicely, now I have the carpet in the car, and I'm now gonna outline where I need to cut. This is very important. You want to follow this step really closely. Take your clear cover that inventory provides, and now you got a hole right there, right there, right there, and then on the clear cover you got a hole right here, right here, right here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to align it like that very nicely, and then I'm gonna outline it. Now when I draw my outline on the carpet, I'm not gonna be cutting where the line's gonna be at. I'm gonna be cutting right here on the carpet, not on the clear cover. You're not cutting the clear cover. You're cutting the carpet. So I'm gonna be cutting right here. So I'm gonna be kind of like imaginary drawing this line in my head, so to speak. It worked pretty good on my Stingray when I was cutting up the carpet, and it looked really nice. The bolts were hidden, everything looked really, really nice, professionally done. So you want to do that, and then basically that's it. You know, install the clear cover back into the car, and the carpet on top, and everything's gonna be hidden. It's gonna look really nice. So let's get to it. There you go. I just drew my outline. I just got to do a little bit of corrections on the carpet. So I'm gonna draw right here, and then right here I'm gonna draw a line. That way I don't cut too much, you know, so that way the bolts are not visible right here. Because if I cut right here, maybe imaginary start thinking I might need to cut right here. Ain't gonna look nice. So gonna make it look nice. A little bit of a corrections. I'm gonna show you everything step by step so that you don't mess up as well. And that's it. Here you guys go, finished results right here. So they give you this gasket which you got to put first before you put the clear cover, and it's just the gasket, I guess, to prevent, I guess, heat's going through. I don't know what it's for, but you got to use it, and then you put the clear cover, and then when you cut the carpet nicely, you then put this other gasket on the carpet just to make it look nice. But other than that, I mean, it looks really nice. Honestly, I'm really happy. So now I'm going to show you how I installed the Pureperformance Titanium Exhaust. Time to do the exhaust. So while I was at it, I also ended up doing the high flow CADs. And here's the exhaust. So it's by Pureperformance for the C8 Z06 with the active valves, which do go right here. All you got to do is just swap it over from your OEM to the Pureperformance exhaust, and you got basically active valves. You could turn it quiet, you could turn it loud, and it is nauseous loud, but the good kind of loud. It does have a flat plane crank, 5 liter. I can't wait to hear this baby. So there's going to be a before and after for the shorts. That's something you guys should definitely check out. All right, guys, with the exhaust installed, the Pureperformance full titanium exhaust with active valves, and also the inventory intake and the 91mm solar throttle bodies, how does it feel? Does it feel any different? That's the #1 question I'm going to be asked. Well, let me tell you right now, it feels a lot different. I'm just in tour mode. I'm just cruising right now, and the car is responsive. I didn't have this before. Not only that, but I got the Z mode button program to everything being max, excluding the suspension. You do not want the suspension to be on track mode. You want to put it on sport mode because it's some kind of a glitch with the active dampening that this car got. Doesn't activate like it's supposed to, whatever, you know. I do have my mode where it's my custom mode, but I also have the Z mode, which is like track mode on steroids. Like, this is everything max, like I said, excluding the suspension. Watch this. This is just crazy. This is just crazy. Completely different car with the modifications. The cool thing is that with the exhaust, having the active exhaust valves, man, you have that extra inconvenience. You want it to be quiet? Great. You you know? It would be always loud if I didn't have it. So right now it's quiet. I'm in tour mode, back to tour mode. And if tour mode is too quiet for you guys, well, you guys already know. Go to Z mode or your setting. Watch this. Just watch those RPMs. It just goes. So as the RPMs go, you actually feel it moving. A lot of cars, the RPMs will move, but the car isn't really moving. You know what I'm saying? But this is amazing. Like this car, with the modifications that I've done, amazing overall results. I'm very happy with what I've done. I'm still in Z mode. It downshifts super crisp, way crispier than before. I mean, there's nothing else to say. You guys gotta feel it for yourselves. Just do it, pull the trigger. It's the best modifications you can do for your car. You got that convenience of it being loud, quiet. You can turn it on, off. Oh yeah, this is it. This is it. This is where I think Z06 should have been from the factory. But then again, I understand the regulations and whatnot. I mean, you guys, it's up to us. It's up to us to make these cars look not only nice, but also perform really good. And that'll be it for this video. I hope I explained a lot of questions. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.